Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching. My name is Peter and today I'm going to be reviewing two niche fragrances that have quite a similar vibe. They're very similar in fact. They're quite expensive, the first one being Clive Christian X and the second being a Xerjoff fragrance called 1861 Zefiro. These give off a very similar vibe guys, but one is better than the other and we're going to compare them now. I've just sprayed these on my hand. The Clive Christian is on my left, and straight off the top what you can expect is a bright, clean, fresh bergamot citrus vibe. Very citrusy, very clean, and straight away you're going to get spices. Immediately you're going to get hit in the face with cinnamon and paprika. You really detect those very prominent in the mix. 30 seconds to 60 seconds in, you're going to get the woodsy notes coming up through there, the cedarwood, and it's pretty much a linear fragrance from there on. Those are the main notes you're going to detect. So you're not really going to detect much else in there. You're going to get the spice throughout and the woodsy notes. That's pretty much it for Clive Christian X. It lasts a long time, sort of in the range of 10 to 11 hours, but only as a skin scent. From the first, I would say 20 minutes, it dies down very close to the skin, in the sort of the realm of Dolce & Gabbana the one after you've had it on for about 4 hours. It's very close to the skin. No one's going to smell it unless they're sort of this distance from you. Within an hour's time, this is a very close skin scent, and I'm talking like that. Like nose to skin direct contact. It's the only way you're going to smell this an hour later. Very poor performance, but you know that skin scent's going to last a long time, but no one's going to smell you, so it's pointless it being there. For me it's a miss. It smells, the image it gives off to me is that of being dated. It smells old. It smells geared more towards an old, wealthier man. It's just got an old-fashioned sort of old-school vibe to it. Nothing groundbreaking. Doesn't do anything for me. It's I don't see the justification of the price. I think we're paying for the name, essentially just the branding, the name itself, the history behind that particular brand, and the fancy presentation that it comes in. You're paying for the bottle and the box and the name that's stamped on that, but if you're judging it purely on the juice, it's not worth anywhere near the price that they charge. This is a miss from me guys. I would give this a 1 out of 10. I wouldn't buy this if it was cheap, and it's not. Next we have Xerjoff Zefiro 1861. This is a very similar vibe. In fact, the opening when you first spray it, which is on this hand, is almost identical to the Clive Christian. You get exactly the same fresh bergamot, this fresh citruses, exactly the same guys. You get immediately the spice of the cinnamon in there, and then you know a minute to 2 minutes in you're going to get those woody notes coming up. Very similar guys, but the difference being this one does project, this one does radiate off your skin. People will notice you wearing this one, so straight away guys I would recommend you buy the Xerjoff over the Clive Christian. This goes in a slightly different direction in the dry down, however. It is quite similar throughout, but this goes in a more sort of slightly more resinous sort of direction with a slight incensey smoky vibe, but not too much. And it's basically, it is essentially the same spice and wood throughout as the Clive Christian is, but with a slightly sticky sort of resinous incensey vibe, sort of very gently mixed in there as well. This personally is more my taste, even though I wouldn't wear this and I wouldn't buy a bottle, but this is slightly nicer to me. But it's still, again, it smells old-fashioned, it smells a bit dated, it smells more geared towards the older gentleman with a lot of money in his bank account and a nice house. It just doesn't do anything for me. A young person can't pull this off, I'm afraid. I'm 29 now and I wouldn't be able to pull this off. This is sort of 50 and up age range That's the sense that I get from this. It smells very mature, just has that kind of vibe to it. But you know, the sillage is a lot better on this, infinitely better than Clive Christian. So if you're going to pick between the two, if this is the kind of scent that you enjoy, definitely get the Xerjoff. It's far and above, beyond in the performance than the Clive Christian. But what I'm going to leave you with is a little thought that if these juices, I mean, I think we are swayed without thinking about it, just subconsciously we're swayed into having a better opinion of the juice just based solely on the fact that we know that they use the rarest materials, the sort of the rawest, best quality ingredients, that they travel all around the world to hand select the materials that go into these, and we know the history of these companies. We've brought into the whole sort of the mythology behind them all, the history, the links to the royal families and whatever, you know. Subconsciously that sways our opinions basically of the juice, and you know, if we're going to judge it on the juice itself, which we have to, no one's going to, when you go out and people smell you, no one's going to see the bottle around your neck, no one is going to see the receipt tagged onto your shoulder to say how expensive it is. You know, they just smell the scent that you're wearing. If you're in the Clive Christian, they're not even going to smell you. It's pointless wearing that. The Xerjoff, yes, they're going to smell you, but what are they going to think? They're going to think it smells dated, it smells like an old rich man. You know, it's nothing special, it's nothing new. It doesn't smell expensive to me. I just don't get the quality from this. I really don't. I mean, you could bottle this in a Ralph Lauren polo bottle, call it something like purple, and people would spray it and go, yeah, it's a bit generic, it's sort of a spicy wood with a citrus opening. You wouldn't think anything else of it, you'd leave it down, it wouldn't get any hype, no one would be interested into it. You're paying for the name, you're paying for the fancy presentation. Judge it properly on the juice inside, guys. You know, is it worth the price tag? No. I mean, if you want to have a fancy bottle on your shelf, then you know you're gonna pay the price. But for the juice itself inside, no chance. Doesn't do it for me, guys. But let me know your opinion on that. If this was bottled in a cheap designer bottle, would you still have the same reaction to it? Would you still love it as much? Or does the appeal of the history and the branding and the presentation influence your choice in when buying a fragrance? Let me know what you think about that, and we'll see you next time with another video. Cheers, guys. Bye.